Hey everyone, welcome back. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about a way to get unlimited stars and coins in Disney Solitaire. It's been popping up in comments, social media posts, and even a bunch of videos. The idea sounds pretty simple. People claim you can boost your resources in just a few minutes, whether you're playing on Android or iPhone. But if you've been playing mobile games for a while, you already know that not everything you see online turns out to be true. So instead of just taking someone's word for it, I decided to check it out myself. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the whole test, show you exactly what happened, and see if this method actually adds any stars or coins to a Disney Solitaire account. Did it work, or is it just another internet rumor? Let's jump in and find out. Before trying anything, I wanted to check my account so I could compare the results later. After checking everything, I started following the instructions that were being shared online. The first thing I needed was my player ID. You probably know that every account has its own unique ID. I opened the profile section and found mine within a few seconds. Since it's an important part of the process, I made sure to save it before moving on. Nothing unusual here so far. Pretty standard. After that, I grabbed my phone and headed over to the website everyone was talking about. The page was pretty straightforward. No confusing menus, no long setup process. Just a few simple steps that were supposedly meant for Disney Solitaire players. I found Disney Solitaire in the list and opened the section that claimed to help players get extra stars and coins. Everything looked polished enough, and the instructions were easy to follow. At this stage, I wasn't sure what to expect. The whole thing seemed almost too easy, so I wanted to keep going and see what would actually happen next. After that, I was asked to enter a few account details. The main thing required was the player ID that I had copied earlier. There was also an option to select the platform I was playing on. Once everything was filled in correctly, I continued to the next screen. The site then displayed a loading animation and started showing various connection messages. It looked like the system was processing something in the background. Of course, whether any of that was actually happening is impossible to know just by looking at the screen. A few moments later, I reached the section where I could choose the amount of resources. There were several different options available. For the purpose of this test, I selected one of the larger amounts because it would be easier to notice if anything changed later. After making the selection, I continued and waited for the process to finish. The loading screen ran for a little while before moving on to the final stage. Before the process could be completed, there was one more requirement. The site asked for a verification step. This seems to be pretty common with sites that make these kinds of claims. I'd already completed this step while preparing to record the video, so I won't be doing it again. I followed the instructions and completed the process. So let's skip to the most interesting part, the final result, and see what would happen. All right, now for the moment I was waiting for. Once the process was finished, I closed everything and launched Disney Solitaire again. The first thing I did was check my account to see if anything had actually changed. I opened up my resource screen and took a look at my stars and coins balance. To my surprise, the extra resources were already showing up. There was no need to reload the game multiple times or sit around waiting for an update. Everything appeared right away. I honestly wasn't expecting that. After being skeptical at the start, seeing the stars and coins there immediately definitely caught me off guard. So at this point, things were looking a lot more interesting than I expected. And that's the complete test. Now you've seen the full test from beginning to end, so you can make your own opinion about it. If you've ever tried something similar before, let me know your experience in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear whether your results were different. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more mobile gaming hack tests and experiments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.